All right, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is episode number 1 of my blind playthrough through Cyberpunk 2077. I do have the DLC, but we're starting from scratch, obviously, since I'm a brand new player here. I want to tell you right off the bat that this is actually my second recording, and that's because I learned some things. Because even though I haven't played this game, well, I did an episode number 1 recording, but since then I've listened to some lore videos, and I also understand that V has come back to Night City from Atlanta. So that gave me a role-playing idea. So with the use of a couple mods, CET and character customization anywhere, my thought was to actually record a V that initially is road weary. So he's got the full beard and the scraggly hair and stuff, because I learned that interstate travel, like long distance travel in this world, is not what it used to be, not what you and I would be used to, right? So I kind of thought that might be a harsh trip. Maybe he's had to sit by the campfire a few times, or hop a train car, maybe dodge some sketchy stuff on the way. And so keeping up appearances or anything is probably the last thing on his list. And so he looks pretty haggard. But he's got a certain look that he's going to get back to, because like with anything else, when you're doing a job, image does count for stuff. And he is back in Night City, and Night City has its own kinds of, I guess, expectations and its culture and what looks good and what doesn't. So he's going to be getting back into that groove, right? So we're going to start out with this and then very quickly transition to what the guy's going to look like for the rest of the playthrough. But I like the idea of starting out this way. So let's go over the preset first, in case you want to copy this for yourself. Maybe you want to play your V where he looks similar to this, just the way that he is. This idea right here, I kind of drew from the notion of like a surf bum. I grew up in Florida, and I had family in California, so I'm a little bit familiar with this kind of a thing. Not like I lived it or anything, but I have some familiarity, and that was what was in my mind whenever I came up with this idea. So I took this character preset right here, the third option. I made sure I had the masculine voice. When it comes to skin tone, I took option number 1. If you click back 1, you can see that we're the darkest that we can get. And so I consider this to be option number 1, and we go from left to right typically, so you would cycle through your various options there. And I married it up with skin type 4. Hairstyle is number 39. Hair color, I took the bleach blonde look. It's up here in the top left. Eyes are number 4. Eye color is the black eyes with the white skulls. Eyebrows are number 2. Eyebrow color, I tried the bleach blonde here. It looked good. It looked natural. But I think that the contrast of this default brown gradient that comes with this preset ends up, the contrast, it kind of pops out a little bit more without looking unnatural. And that's what I was going for. So I think it looks good. Eyelash color, similarly, this is the default brown gradient. Moving on down, the nose and the mouth are both the defaults from this preset. Nose number 7, mouth number 14. I switched to jaw number 20 and ears number 21. The beard I took was number 2 with no deviations, so it's just beard style 1. Beard color is that same bleach blonde look in the top left. The cyberware option, I went with number 4. The facial scars number 2, that's this stitch line right here above the eye. The facial tattoos number 4, because 1, they fit in real nice with the cyberware. I think that everything like is equidistant. It looks like how I would get a tattoo if I was going to go for this look, rather than being randomly placed or on one of the lines here. And I also felt like it didn't really interfere too much with the scar here. It does kind of overlay it a little bit. I don't know if a tattoo artist would actually do that or not if you had a scar like that, but for the most part, it looked like it fit. So I thought those two, facial scar 2 and facial tattoo 4 with cyberware 4, was a good combination. For piercings, I went with number 11. That's going to give you a post right here, kind of what I'd call a disc. And then over here you have the two hoops with the descending size of ... right? And I really kind of waffled between whether to take this chrome black gradient or this one right here. I actually like this one more because it gives these little carvings. There's some texture in there. It has these carvings in them. But the matte black right here, I felt like this was a better match for that. Even though it's got a little bit of shine to it, which I actually like. That's realistic. It looks like a reflection. Right, that comes from this chrome on the interior here, but I felt like it matched up with this matte black here better, so that's what I went with. Dealer's choice on that, obviously. Teeth, I went with natural, so the double zeros. All of the makeup is turned off. Eye makeup, lip makeup, and cheek makeup are all off. Blemishes are off also because I felt like the scar right here was enough, but if you want the angel kisses, that's the word I grew up with. Freckles, moles, whatever you want to call them. You can take whatever you want, but I took them off. My nails are short, and I have the natural color of nails. Nipples are on. Body tattoo. I felt like as a street kid, I did want to go with a full body tat package, so I went with the cyber look here of number 2. There are a number of full body packages that I like. My favorite probably being the Dia de Muerte Hispanic kind of heritage. I don't know if you call it heritage, but Hispanic flavored tattoo package. And not to say about, doing anything about cultural appropriation or anything like that, because I don't really believe in that nonsense. I think that's exactly what it is. It's nonsense. When you're in a shared culture, I think we all pull from each other, and that's a part of what binds us, actually. I kind of detest this entire cultural appropriation ideal and think that it's an elitist perspective. But in the sense of, in this case, if we were to go, I think it's number 1. I don't think we would do this if we weren't Hispanic. It wouldn't make sense to me. Maybe if you were adopted into a family as a street kid running with a gang, I could see maybe that actually being the case. If you linked up with a primarily Hispanic gang, and you grew up with them from 10 years old, then I could see that as a thing. But I didn't have that in my mind whenever I did V, and especially with the eyes that I picked, the just outright black block here, I thought looked real good. It looks good with his skin tone, so that's what I went with. Body scars off. This was another reason I decided to re-record this. In my original playthrough, I actually went with the genital thing. I just gave him the default. But I don't know what was going on. Maybe I had so much information swimming in my head, or I was overly excited. But I belatedly realized that I might save myself a lot of trouble in post-edit if I just went with genitals off, right? The non-nude option here. That means I don't have to go in and do the blur boxes and have them actually follow the character in the cutscene or whatever it is, I can not worry about that, because I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube and stuff. So that makes the last 2 things non-applicable. So we can go ahead and press on. Now, I want to tell you, I'm going to be minimally overlaying this that I'm recording right now and splicing it into my original recording, because what I want you to capture is my initial reactions on that first character that I did. I'm just going to put this over where we're actually seeing our character's face. So if I'm looking in a mirror or right here in character creation, right? But everything else really should be from that first recording that I did, so that you get my natural reactions as I'm seeing the game for the first time and playing it for the first time. Really, I don't think I'd ever seen the Streetkid start either, so I believe that was my first time seeing all of that. So anyway, we will go ahead and press on. Let me just make one. I want to doubly make sure that I get that masculine voice.
I'm V.
There we go. Okay, on we go. All right, so we're going for the solo play style. So that means we're going to plus up body, and we're going to plus up reflexes as far as we can. So we're 6s on those. We don't care about intelligence. I do care somewhat about cool, because At the very end there of the middle body paragraph, perk abilities and subtle or street smart dialogue choices. Stealthy perk abilities, I don't care about that. We're not going to be stealthy. But the subtle or street smart dialogue choices, that matches up, right? The thing is that technical ability matches up so much better. Instead of just being the dialogue choice, everything here matches up. Progressing it improves your proficiency with explosives and tech weapons and allows you to be compatible with high-end cyberware. It also allows you to bypass some locks, override devices, and exhibit tech-savvy knowledge and dialogues, and you get +2 armor per attribute point. Every little thing that was mentioned in there is useful for the kind of character style that I'm going for. The class, I guess. So we're going to put our last point into technical ability. It's not like we can't plus this up later maybe, but primarily we are going to be focused on body, reflexes, and technical ability. So we can go ahead and press next there. This is where I am... Actually, I'm going to stay with you here on this initial startup because we're going to look in the mirror. All right, so there we are. We are V. We're playing on normal difficulty. We are a street kid. They say if you want to understand the streets, you got to live them. Gangs, fixers, dolls, small-time pushers. You were raised by them all. Down here, the law of the jungle dictates the weak serve the strong. The only law in Night City you have yet to break. So we will confirm that. And spacebar.
A little anesthesia.
Motherfucker.
Everything chill, mano?
Some bastard tried to mug me. I handled it.
Oh, local guy.
You really think somebody local will try to mug me, Pepe?
Listen, V, I got a problem. Serious this time.
Let's just go with the first option.
Find yourself a hole, sounds like. You need help?
You know I could count on you. It's, Kirk. I owe him. Don't pay by tomorrow, said he'd bust my legs. And he don't joke about that stuff. Got cartels in his corner.
You in it with Kirk? Every man, woman, and rat in Haywood knows he's a fucking shark.
My bro jumped the joint, deserved a hero's welcome. I know I fuck up, V.
Yeah, we'll just talk to Kirk.
I'll talk to Kirk, but then you're gonna owe me one.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would want to go with that dialogue option. First time in Night City, pay close attention to the tutorials to learn more about the basic mechanics of the game. Or, if you're already an experienced edge runner, feel free to disable hints. Go to the database at any time during the game to access tutorials as well as to read up on the most important topics of Cyberpunk 2077.
He's a good boy.
You're saving my life,
Just
V.
lacks direction.
Truly.
Demons walk with him.
Okay, let's go to settings, sound. I think master volume is all I should have to mess with. Okay.
They tear at his soul. But I'll tell him you're sorry. And
Prologue. What we got over here? Taste the love. So you can actually pay for stuff out of here. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's our icon. 15 meters away. Find Kirk on the 2nd floor.
Hey, what's the plan?
Still unpacking, man.
Yes. Be checking exactly. These bottles are sent out short.
Sounds like we're in the barrio.
Hey, Kirk. Want to talk?
V, been a while? Spin it. What you need?
Pepe asked me to talk you up.
What, he too shy to hand over the Yetis himself?
And this
Tell
dude
him I don't
squeezed
fight.
in. Oh,
Not
okay, I
yet.
get it. Let's just get this guy off our back right away.
How's your problem?
What's he owe? Don't just ask him to cut him a break. You gotta talk business.
What's he owe you?
Afraid that's client confidentiality. Call it a lot, and leave it at that.
A cred shark with business ethics. Sounds too good to be true.
Well, Merry fucking Christmas.
Cut him some slack, will you? He'll pay. Just need some more time.
Do I look like a priest that runs a charity to you? You borrow Eddie's, you gotta pay him back. With interest. It's common fucking knowledge. You suggesting I let a flaky cunt who can't keep a deal off the hook?
No, you let him off because it's me asking.
Ha! You know me. I'm a man of the biz. So I need to know what I get out of it.
That doesn't seem like something that would typically happen in a neighborhood like this. It's not like I'm intimately acquainted with this stuff.
Kinda
But
in a rush here.
what level of influence are we at? It seems like what we just did here was a bit of a power move. Like we hold some weight. Yeah, trade a favor. I mean, favor is the best
Kinda in a
currency.
rush here.
Not usually if you're handing out favors, that's terrible, but if you're collecting them.
Transactions go two ways, I get that. I'll owe you a favor.
Tempting. Got a Nova idea already.
So that's what it is. Our influence is the fact that we're competent. So we'll owe them a favor, we could take care of something for them. That's worth something. We don't have to be
Scream
high
sheet.
up on the block,
Scope it out.
on the totem pole. How about what's this?
What's this?
Grab a look.
Mm-hmm.
Preem ride there on the page. Only 4 of them in NC as of now. 1, Rayfield Regional Director. 2, Mayor Ryan. 3, a rental service.
Uh-huh, and 4?
Number 4 will belong to my client, just as soon as you clep it for me, that is.
Sounds like some Gone in 60 Seconds stuff.
I do this, and Pepe's debt is squared.
Of course! I'm a man of my word, you know that. Whole thing's simple. You swipe the Rayfield for me, I clear Pepe's account. Even toss in a cut for you, I'm such a nice guy. My man Rick works a parking structure by Embers, club where our Rayfield driver likes to kick it. There every Friday night, like clockwork. Soon as you appear, security cam shut down, gate swings up, the road is yours. Just gotta grab the Rayfield and roll out. Simple. Kinda in a rush here.
This one's what I would want to know first.
Who's the owner?
Just an Arasaka suit from across the water. Spews cash out of every hole in his body.
Okay.
And his name?
How would I know? Why would I care? It's a hot item and I know where to find it.
I don't know about that, man. Your intel seems a little bit on the shallow end, and I don't think that's by accident.
Kinda in a rush here.
And your man Rick?
Trust him like my own brother.
How am I supposed to do this? Expect me to slide under the chassis on a skateboard for a quick hot wire? Fast and easy? Kirk, wheels like this got security systems. Good ones.
This bitty bop works like the key Rayfield techs use for repairs. Opens locks, bypasses identity authorization.
A skeleton key for all Rayfields in the city. Come on, Kirk, even you don't buy that.
Kabuki's tech wizards sell more magical shit than this under the counter. Have a little faith. So, we all agreed then.
Best keep your word, Kirk.
Easy, V. Job's gonna pad your wallet too, you know? Head to Ember's in the Glen. Rick's in the garage. Be waiting for you. You two will hit it off. Good luck out there. We'll be in touch.
It's not that I think I'm getting set up or anything. It's that it's so sketchy on details that the job seems real iffy. Like it's not well planned enough. The administrative side of things doesn't really feel like, you know, I know that we're street kids and all, you know, gangs and stuff like that live by the sea, but there's smart and there's not smart.
Japanese dude? The boxer?
So,
What did? I can pay.
fat ass motherfucker.
Hey, why do I see no goddamn
Spare
lemons,
veterans
no
some change.
goddamn lines?
Oh, there was something about photo mode there. What was this thing about veterans?
You're a vet today, huh?
That's funny.
What can I say? War stories, rake it in.
Here, all yours.
Knew I saw good in you. God bless.
Yeah, we all kind of stick together down in this muck. I get you pulling a grift off, but your need is real.
Cybernetic dog.
Go to the people, Santo. Tell them to be ready.
Yes, padre.
Well, who do we have here? We. Long time. Didn't know you were around.
Sebastian Ibarra. Haven't changed a smidge.
No one calls me by my name anymore. Almost forgotten how it sounds.
How are things, Padre?
The same. Haywood. Nothing ever changes here. I'd rather hear about you.
Got back from Atlanta a few weeks ago.
See you got a good down-home welcome. How was it back east?
Tell you later. Got something on my plate.
How about you fill me in now? We'll give you a ride.
Oh, okay.
Marcus,
Courteous,
let's go.
but he's in charge. So we're gonna have a sit down here. Something's up.
So where to?
The Glen. Drop me off at Ember's.
Front door?
Take the ramp, back of the bar. Show you where to stop.
You heard it, Marcus. Your return to NC has been good? Busy already?
Yeah, getting by.
Pick up something here and there. Nothing major. But I'm getting by. Appreciate the concern.
So, Atlanta didn't turn out like you expected, huh?
I think that he would see through. Let's just say no. We'll cop to it.
As you can see, I'm back. If been better there, wouldn't have left.
Maybe it'll all work out for the best.
Shit.
Oh. Flash and steel.
Stop the car.
What's going on?
Business. You carrying?
Sebastian Ibarra. Looks like it's my lucky day
What do you want?
to settle our biz once and for all. Got an offer for you, Patty, so listen up. Get the fuck out of Vista. Pull your boys off the street. I'll give you the Glen. Done deal. No more restless nights. See how generous I can be? Well, Patty, what's
One more
it gonna...
fucking word.
Stay out of this. I don't know you.
And I don't know you, which means you're worth shit around here and capable of even less. Well, anything else?
It seems our conversation has come to a close.
Careful, Padre. Never know who's got a barrel at your six. You neither, shit bucket.
Marcus, please.
Okay. Everybody's got to keep up a facade, or the wolf pack comes out. So saber rattling is required.
I am pleased to see you have not forgotten your roots. Still have the gift. So many of the little shits left around here. Their spines go soft when they look down a barrel.
Who was that?
No one important. He'll be gone in a week's time. Another will come in his place.
He pulled iron on you.
He did. And he will pay for doing so.
So I think that's why I couldn't make a really young character. We have an established reputation. We've been
Pull
at
up
it
here.
for a little bit.
Right here. I'll just drop down below.
Here, before you go.
Your number.
Could be useful. Maybe we can also work together again. Take ourselves back 2 years.
Thanks, Padre. Gotta go.
So go with God.
Or I'll be damned.
Okay. Well, we're coming up on 30 minutes. Let's call that episode number 1, guys. We just got started. I got my feet wet. Obviously we just got started, but I really liked that. I liked that, man. That was smooth, cinematic. The voice acting really does it. The voice acting is fantastic. The characters are good. This stuff, you could probably hear a little bit of my kind of fake accent coming out. There are things I have in my past that these kinds of things kind of pull me back to. I don't want to give the wrong... Oh my gosh, I'm probably making that sound like something that it's not. I don't know how to put that without going into a whole bunch of personal history that nobody's going to be interested in. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that the nature of the game, the quality of the acting, it pulled me in. And it got some reactions from me. Whenever I was sitting there and being like, man, this job seems sketchy, that's very little on the tactical end. There's not a lot of details going on. Something, this seems like thrown together, man. That kind of that doesn't come out of me just naturally. I have to have like a trigger point for that kind of thinking to be happening. Maybe I'm watching a movie or something like that, but it's not like I'm operating in that mindset all day, every day. I don't have that kind of a life, right? So the game is affecting me in that way, and I thought it was really good. I think right here is where I'm going to run some tests to see what kinds of settings I'm going to run and to test audio and stuff like that. So we'll hit save. Okay. Real quick, I'll show you what I'm at right now for settings. On video, VSync is off, but on my NVIDIA control panel, it is forced to on. So that's why it's off here, but it's actually VSync is working along with G-Sync. They're coupled up together in the background. My maximum FPS is turned off. One of the things I need to find out is if I have runaway FPS, like hitting 400 something frames per second, or if I'm staying, I believe I have also in my NVIDIA control panel, I think I have it hard set at 60 FPS because that's what I record at. So anyway, that's why this is turned off. I'm pretty sure I have that set up in my NVIDIA control panel. Full screen, 1440p, NVIDIA Reflex low latency on with boost enabled. Over on graphics, DLSS super resolution. I have it set to auto. Sharpness turned all the way up to 1. No ray reconstruction. No. This is only available for 4 series and up. Supposedly it's very good, but I have a 3060 Ti. Ray tracing is completely disabled. I found that wasn't worth the FPS hit. Crowd density set to high. 100 for field of view. Everything here turned off except for lens flare. Motion blur is also off. Contact shadows on. Improved facial lighting geometry is on. 16 for the anisotropy. I don't know if I said that right. High all the way down until you get to screen space reflections quality, and I have that at ultra. High until you get to mirror quality, and I have that set to medium. These were like recommended settings that I got off of a video I watched on YouTube. And then high for level of detail as well. So that's how I'm set up. And nothing else. I haven't really looked at anything else. Over here on sound, you saw that already. I'm at 50% master volume, 3D headphones, and I don't need a controller speaker because I don't use a controller. I'm on mouse and keyboard. I disabled the copyrighted music because YouTube, and I thought there was something in here about some kind of NVIDIA option, but I don't see it anymore. So anyway, that's the setup right now. Okay, I've already saved it, so we'll go ahead and close the video now. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. I sure did have fun. I had a blast. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.